Okay. Alrighty. So in the last stream, I changed up this area a little bit. Like this was closed off, and then I was like, wait, I kind of want to add more towers as well as a museum. So now I kind of erased this landscape area to add more stuff, like in this corner pretty much. And I want to have a bank somewhere. And by the way, this I added some things like off stream, just like little things that I know that I'm gonna have to add at some point. So I added a save device or a save point, a map indicator device. What this will do is it will like show, because I put the text, the shop on the map. What do you call it? Like the UI of the map that's like on the top right of your screen. It will show um, the shop letters, and then it will also show this icon that I looked through and added to this. And then the save point, that's what's gonna save like how much gold and or how much gold and eliminations and all that. It's gonna like save uh just basic things that locations check for. Yeah, it's just like basic things. So it's like if you want them to spawn where they last were in the map and stuff like that, you can make it so then it auto saves that and all that. So, but I just added this, and then excuse me, like I'm really hoarse right now. But yeah, I saw a little video explaining this. I don't get it exactly, but hopefully it looks how I want it to look. I guess we'll find out when the round, or like when I go into game. But right now, I could just take all this stuff out and put it in the corner over here. The only thing else besides the characters is like the landscape, like the museum and all that. And then I think I kind of need to add like another tower or two in this area. But also the museum's right here, so maybe I should work on the museum a little bit more before I add another tower to kind of get an idea of what I'm working with. So we have this dog named Hank, and who's Hank then? Is his name Hank? Yeah, okay. So we got our hot dog named Hank. We got our dog named Mad Dog. And we got these two. So I don't really know where to put these characters yet. Might have Brutus by the bank, but we need to figure out where the bank's gonna be located. And then sorry, my voice is like losing it. And then we need some character that is like Sparkplug. Somebody to look up like a character like Sparkplug. Huh. I don't know what's the right wording. Fortnite mechanic. Mechanic. Is there only girl mechanic skins? Mechanic. I guess we'll just do Sparkplug. It's the one that makes the most sense. And then we need her to have her own dialogue. So who's this supposed to be? This is supposed to be Tank, right? You gotta figure out a name for her too. We also need to make this is Mad Dog. They actually say This is Tank. This is Mike. Perfect. Alright, so we have the conversation database. So now we just have to make one for this new character. Should be in conversation database, right? And then make a new one. Alright. So what should her name be? Work. Looks like her work plug. The plug. Perfect name. Rename the plug. Alright, now everything is almost set in the plug. Boom. On inner. Boom, boom, boom. The plug. One last thing in here. There we go. Now that that's all set, we could move her over to the dealership, or not dealership, what do you call it? Mechanic shop? Yeah, mechanic shop, I guess. Car shop. Alright. Well, now that that's worked on, I guess you could say, uh, we're gonna, what are we gonna do? I was thinking of having the bank over here, but then it would just look weird having it behind a parking garage. So I have to put it somewhere else, but I don't know where else to put it because it would look weird over here as well, you know, right next to the park and all that. And I was thinking somewhere behind here, but the museum's right there and the shop is right there. I feel like besides the city, there's like nowhere else to put it. And I kind of don't want to put the bank in the city. A part of me wants to like rotate this store, but by doing that, that makes it look like I have to put a bunch of other store-like places. I kind of don't want to do that. I think it would be good, but at the same time, it's like that's kind of the point of the city, is to have more store-like places, I guess. I don't know. But at the same time, like this whole city is supposed to be like apartment buildings. It's not supposed to be, it's like the suburb city kind of, where it's like there's kind of like there's stuff around it, but the main part of it is just housing, you know? If that makes sense. But I think right here. Should the bank be right next to the other place? Because even right here, there's open space, but no, not right next to the basketball court. I think we're gonna do it over here. And we'll like take this part out or something. Alright. So let me just look up bank to see what it comes up with. Alright. Art deco bank. Thing interesting. I like this one. This one looks better, but we also want it to have that city vibe kind of, so I use this one instead. Alright, now we need to look for like a door. Alright, that looks good. Something like that. Yeah, perfect. Alright, so we're just gonna keep on extending it out. Or something like that. You want it to be big, but not too big. Like, we don't want it to be as big as the museum. 1, 2, 1, 2. Right now, what do we have? We have 3. For like that entrance kind of. I think I know what excuse me, what I'm gonna do for the museum area. I'm gonna do like 1, 2, 3 and extend it out this way. 1, 2, 3, 4 to kind of give it that like not perfect feeling. 1, 2, 4. Alright, before I do too much, I'm gonna add it to a folder. real quick. All right. Now, where's the folder at? Is it this one? I hope it's this one. Yeah, it is. Okay. I added all of that, right? So what's not in it yet? This. I think everything's connected. That's nice. What about this? Yep. Alright. Everything's connected now, which is nice. So let me do that too with this one. Before anything gets out of hand. And then create a new folder, and we're gonna name it bank. There we go. Alright. Nice. Of course. Isn't it Control Z? It's not working. Or whatever. That is so whack. Alright. Now we gotta look for floor. I think we'll just go for a red floor for now. Maybe that's too fancy. Does it look kind of dirty? Kind of does. Maybe we can make it a little bit more dirty. Ooh, wait. I kind of like that more actually. Is there a way to make it? Let me see if I could put this on there. Make it a little more rust-like. Nope. Hey, at least I tried. Alright. That looks good. Now I just gotta make it look like an actual bank. Gotta add like the roof looking thing. I guess if I look up white roof, that did not work. Hmm. Let's see here. I type in roof and somehow there's a bunch of walls. That doesn't make any sense. Ooh. Does that kind of look like what I'm going for? I don't think so exactly. Getting closer though, kind of. Excuse me. Alright. Wait, this actually might be perfect. Does look a little weird, but we're about to find out what it actually looks like. Rotate. Hmm. Yeah. This might look better, but the thing is that if you try to put one above it, it doesn't look right. You could put something in between that might actually give it a better look. I mean, either way, they're both very kind of unique looking. See, that's the thing with these ones is that it goes below. It's like, it looks weird. Right, so this is where I could get the roof thing. There and then there. It's not working. There we go. Not what I'm going for, bro. Like, where's just one that you could change? See, all of them have this thing where it's like on the opposite side, you can't change it. Yo, what's up? Hey, can you help me? Every time I open UEFN, it always gets stuck after turning it on and the whole system doesn't respond to anything. I got good PC. Hello. Um, Every time I open UEFN, it always gets like when you open it, it like closes, or like what do you mean like it gets stuck? Like when you open it, nothing happens, is what you're saying? Alright, so these roofs are not gonna work. Sometimes you might have to verify um like Fortnite. Like if you go into Epic Games, sometimes there's like a update with the Epic thing, or let me see if I could show, for example, the three dots. If you click it and you go to, there should be a button that says like verify files or something like that, or manage, and then you could click verify files and click on that, and then it will like see if there's anything wrong with it. And if it keeps on happening, I would look at like the Fortnite status. If you have Twitter or /X, sometimes you could see if there's anything going on with with Fortnite or UEFN in general, that, and see if other people are having the same issue. Wait, this wasn't what I was going for. Definitely does not look like a bank. Actually, just get rid of these two. Alright, so now we just need a roof. Or maybe we make it one more taller because it still looks weird. I feel like no matter what, it's gonna look weird. That looks so off. There's probably so many duplicated things. I wonder if there's a way to see if there's like items inside of each other. There has to be, right? Wait, you're telling me all this stuff isn't in the... Move to bank. Perfect. still looks off. Move to bank. Boom. There we go. Alright. It looks alright. Definitely not 100% the look I'm going for, but to start at least. We'll figure out a different way to make it, because that does not look good. It looks like almost like a farmhouse or something. Alright, let's save all of that. Alright, what else? That's grass and dirt, right? Yeah, okay, so let's add the grass surrounding it. Like, I don't want to just spam the grass, because if I put grass all along here, then it's just gonna look weird. Definitely some sort of balance of like how to make it look more realistic. I have the other grass patch thing, so for now, just keep on laying the grass. Or no, I'll just keep it like that for now. But I need to find something where it's like half street and then the other half can be the grass. Like, I know there's this asset, but that doesn't look realistic. That looks very cartoony. So I have to figure out if there's something that's like half street and then hope I could turn the other half of it to the grass or something. I don't know. Because this asset is special because like you could change the color of the dirt that you see as well as the grass, and not a lot of other assets have that. Same thing with this dirt. So it makes it a little bit easier. Like, this looks nice, but it doesn't look natural. It looks very cartoony, like I said. So it's like I need to find something similar to this where it's like asphalt. Or maybe I could put dirt under it. Wait, no, I could just put the sidewalk Oh, wait. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take this sidewalk, rotate it, put it right here. There we go. That actually looks very natural. And it's like perfect. I was gonna maybe make it shorter or something, but that's perfect for now. It kind of gives the landscape a better perspective of like I don't need to change it. Like that looks okay. Obviously, we're gonna add like patchy stuff here. So look, it doesn't look unnatural because it kind of looks unnatural right now because it's just all the same. But we'll do more stuff where it's like over here where it's like there's some patches and stuff like that. Try to make it look a little more realistic. Alright, but we're not going to focus on that right now. But I do want to add the sidewalk to this area too. We're gonna copy it, put it over here. Could scale it down. That looks fine. Hmm. Put back a little bit. Wait, it was lower before? What the heck? It doesn't look that low. Alright, that's actually perfect then. Undo that. And then add the street back right here. Oops, I forgot. I don't have the Fortnite grid on. There we go. And we could add that, that. We also could delete all of that street now as well. I think I'm gonna move this back by one. And this by one as well. Kind of shrink it. Do that for now, but then we're gonna have to edit it because all of this still has street under it and there doesn't need to be street under it. I'm just gonna copy this and rotate it, and then we're gonna scale it down. There we go, boom. Something like that. That looks good. Alright, and then something a little like that. And then for now, you can move this one by one. You just need to get rid of all the street. So then we don't have the street underneath this asset. Just that, boom, and then we could place it back. Move it back. Actually, before we move it back, we're gonna undo that. Nudge it. I think that looks alright. You'd always go back to it, not trying to make it like 100% perfect. But I think that's pretty good. And just like make sure. Yeah. So there is one road. There we go. Okay, I just did that on accident. Well, alright. Alright, that's fine for now. Definitely makes it look a little better. But now let's just launch a session real quick to see what it all looks like. I'm hoping the map thing works well with like what I'm trying to do. Now that I think about it, I have to add more of those indicator thingies. The things that are for the different locations. So like on the map it shows like an icon and or the name of the place. So that's something I need to work on too, is thinking of creative names for the different places besides just saying like bank and store and city, having like its name for the place, and then overall the whole project has its name as well. Dun 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 dun. Alright. The shop. Oh yeah. Let's go. It entered Tilted Town. It entered Tilted Town, the heck? Sorry if there's no audio right now for the game. It's like an audio thingy with my computer. I'll fix it after. What's up going on with the character thingies? Because it's not letting me talk to him. Maybe it's just a glitch. Alright. Well, that's kind of the basics. Seems like it's working, kind of. So I want to see, like, what this thing's about. Yeah, like, is this what made the thing say tilted? Alright. Hmm. Plugs mechanics, assign team, invert, show, objective, balls log. Ugh. What's a good name for the bank? Let's name it alright. Apply to bank. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Parking garage. Boom. Parking garage. Alright, there you go. Plugs. What else? Alright, so focusing on emojis, I think I need to focus on the other places. So where's the thingy over here? Alright, I'm gonna name this one Pizza Pit. Maybe it should be orange. I think orange is better. Oh, you can't even see that. It's too gold, too yellow. What do you call it? It's called a skate park, right? So it's like we can't call it ghetto courts because there's also a park, quote unquote, a skate park. I don't know what another name for us for like a skating thing would be called. Oh, peeps. What the heck just happened? What the? Yo, why is my thing moving? That was weird. Why am I running on 60 FPS all of a sudden? This is not good. My UEFN is stuck. There we go. Is that what it is? When you have your UEFN over here, it drops the frame. Wait, that's actually... I need to change that setting. I set. So that's what's happening. Alright. Well. Let's see here. We have Pizza Pit. Maybe I should just change the name of it. NY Pizza Port. Name this the gas station. Pump it. Der Burger Food Court. Der Burger. Der Burger. I thought Der Burger was only 2 R's. Let me look this up real quick. It's always been 3 R's? I swear, I thought it was 2. So it can be, but it shows 3 R's most of the time, but it's not necessary. So I'll just I'll just keep the 2 instead of adding another one because it's not necessary. You're telling me there's not a city? There has to be some sort of city icon. A building? There we go. And then we're gonna make this one. It's glitched. There we go. You gotta put it like towards the middle of the city. So where's like the middle of it? I don't know exactly how this works. Alright, let's start the game. See what we're working with here. Alright, so first things first. The other device that I need to add is the HUD device. Both HUD devices, actually. So for this, show HUD, show map, blah blah blah, show building menu, no. Show wood resources, no. Show metal, show, no. Show gold resources, yes. Show storm timer, no. Show player count. Show elimination, show timer, no. Show round details. I think for now, that was just the basic stuff. I kind of want to have the player slash elimination count in the top right. If I could do that. There should be some way to do that. I don't know how to do that exactly. I think it's towards the bottom where it shows you some way. Show indicating modify active speaker layout. Player info widget override. Quick bar slot widget override. Custom quick bar padding. Already. Modify active speaker layout. The active speaker. I don't even know what that's related to. Hello. I'm doing alright. I'm trying to figure out how to change where the layout is of the like HUD. Custom quick bar. Modified text. Oh. Dude, which one is it? Equipped info items. It's this one, but it's saying there's a widget. Are we in game right now? Yeah, we are. Wait, that's another thing I need to add. So laggy. What the heck? So there's not a gas tank one? I thought there was like a gas tank, like a workable gas tank. Vehicles? There we go. Vehicle service station. Alright, fuel pump. And vehicle service station. We'll have the service station over here. It lets me drag it out. Looks good. We'll probably put it inside at some point, but for now, just keep it like that. And then all these gas tanks aren't functional, so we'll change them out for these ones. Can I make them bigger? I can. Nice. Alright. So we're gonna this. Perfect. Actually, before I do that, maybe I should make it a little bit smaller. A little more fit to scale. I think that looks better. Boom. Wrong thing. And this is not on the scale. We're gonna have to try our best to put it where we think it should be. I think that's pretty good. Now if I copy it, it should. Do I need custom art? I mean, it would be nice to have custom art. I saw your DM from like a day ago saying the about the gifts, but to be honest, like I don't even know what gifts, like kind of like the normal gifts that are on Twitch. Let me try to like look for like if you go on Twitch and look up like clicks, or let me see Jinxie what gifts he has. Like I'm not trying to copy people's gifts, but like Clicks has his own style. Like he uses a Fortnite character, and like he has gifts of that Fortnite character. The Jinxie. So like Jinxie has some of himself, and then also some like cartoony like ones, and then he has like his own catchphrase ones. So like I guess the ones I want to have like a catchphrase, and then one that maybe looks like me kind of, And then another one that kind of like I don't have like a Fortnite character necessarily that I emotes. That's what they're called. It's yeah, like an emote slash like a catchphrase, where it's just like a word. Cause like Clicks has a few words, like they're just basic emotes, but it's of the character that he's known for or whatever. So I don't know a good catchphrase. Cause like it can't be too long. Like you can't say like or you can't say like live your life, not someone else's. Like that's too long. Like you gotta come up with like a sorry, I'm like partially sick, so every single time I try to talk, my throat starts like giving up on me. Where we can talk about it. Do you have any socials? I mean, I could respond to you on Discord, but I also have Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Sure, we could do that. Do you have where we could talk? I think it's. I'll type it in chat, but I don't know if this is correct. It should be though. That should be my Discord. Alright, sounds good. Alright, so let me try to figure this out. Where was I at last? I was kind of like working on all the different names for the locations. So now we gotta make one for the sewer. We gotta make this one like only appear. No. What's like another name for a sewer, or like that could be related to it? Water? No. What about a rat? There's no rat? I don't know what to put for the sewer then. Smelly? Trash? No. I'm gonna have to look through this to see one that kind of looks right for the sewer. Hmm. Not seeing anything that looks like what I'm going for. Saturday. If you want to take a look at some of my previous work, I can show you. Uh, yeah, you can. Send me some of your work. I would appreciate that. Like I said, like I have an idea of what I would want related to like emotes on Twitch or something, but besides that, it's like I have like a starting slash view right back screen and stuff like that. In general, like I don't know, like I know I could add more stuff to like my screen, what you guys see and all that, like add some overlays and all that. But like besides like adding pictures of like my socials, like I don't know really what to add. So it's more of something where it's like if someone says, hey, you should add this to your Twitch streams or whatever, like add some type of overlay and all that, then I'll like work on it, or like say ask someone if they could help me with it. But a lot of it is kind of just like I'm just kind of streaming, hoping that other people see it and are inspired in some way to work on a map, or to hopefully I'm like helping someone in some way, you know. But besides that, like I don't really know what else to add to my screen. Like I've added overlays before and all that, but just try to keep it simple. I think I'm gonna use the icon that I saw up here. I forgot exactly what it was, but when I see it, I'll know. There we go. Alright. Enable at game start. No. Show on which map. Overview map. I can't just say the sewer. I have to come up with something creative. Downstairs. The secret sewer. The not so secret sewer. Something sewer. I don't know where to go with that, but I think the shop is like the main place. We're gonna have that be pretty big, and then we'll have the bank be kind of big, and then the city is like kind of the main area. Alright, I appreciate that. City, we'll make this 2 times. If I make everything else bigger, then I don't necessarily have to change anything else. I guess the park, we could change it because it's not like as important. 0.5. Gas station. The thing about this is that this is part of the plot, so maybe get out 1.5. Change this to 0.5. Where should we have this located? But this is like the main part of the sewer right here. I think it only makes sense to have it right there. Able at game starts. Activate object. I don't even know what the object pulse even means. The object pulse will only reference activate it. Likewise, it appears for players who activated it. Active pulse will appear to friendly players and the location of the device in the other player. Alright. You have to figure out some way to make it so then activate. Only appears for players who objective pulse will appear to friendly in the location of the device and uh I think just turning it off for now is the best move. And then like make it so then once you talk to him it's enabled. So let me do that. There we go. I think that makes the most sense for now at least. Let's save everything and then see what it looks like overall. What day's the tournament? I have to check. You don't know? I think maybe I should put the sewer image a little bit back here. How do you change like where the letters are being seen? I need to put the UEFN over here. Alright, I think that looks better. Let's start the game and see what that looks like. Or actually, wait, I have a perfect idea. I'm gonna put the icon right where this little gate thing is, so then it's like, first come down here, you're like, wait, what's over here? Alright, start. That's not the character I'm looking for. What's this guy's name? Is his name Big Mouth? I think his name's Big Mouth. Alright. You guys aren't seeing all the action. Sorry about that. Big Mouth. There we go. Excuse me. Alright. So now that we have I feel like that's a very bad name for him. Let's call him something else. So he's like a frog, right? Like a good frog, but sewer, but also like your destroyer. I was thinking destroyer. Let's call him destroyer. All right. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it. We're gonna push changes and then we're gonna call it a stream. I would say that was a pretty successful stream, if I do say so myself. Alright, well, I think that's how I'm going to end the stream. But, as I do always, before I start anything, I tell you what I did last stream. And then before I end the stream, I say what I did this stream. So, in this stream, what I did to start was I added this save point, and then I added this, what do you call it, the map indicator device, as well as this map control overview. So I still need to work on this, but I could work on it a different time. I've spent 2 hours kind of setting up more of what I want the map to be overall, kind of a little bit more of the storyline, kind of. It was more of the locations of the places, like what they're called, so I could kind of tie that into the storyline. So I'll definitely have to go back, look at the different locations I put, and then kind of put more detail into the storyline related to that, the different places. But anyway, it's a good start. You know, we changed the map overview to be circular. Let me actually start the game so you can see that. But before we do that, we're gonna just show around. So each location has these indicators, and I'll show in game, like I said, what that looks like. And we added a bank, as well as, what else did we do? We kind of extended the museum. We didn't really do anything with that. We just extended it, so then I have a little bit better of an idea of how I want the museum to look like from like the side, kind of. And then on this side, it will either just be flat, or we'll kind of have the same design. We'll probably have the same design, but we also want it to look kind of imperfect. We don't want everything to look perfect, because then it doesn't look realistic, you know. So there's that side of things. We also worked on the grass slash the sidewalk and this corner over here to make it look a little bit more realistic. But like I said, overall, like with the whole like grass and all that, we can't just add grass everywhere, because that's gonna look too perfect. So that's what I want to work on in next stream a little bit more, is trying to make things look not perfect. So like kind of adding like patches and more dirt and all that type of stuff. What else did we work on? I think that was it. Yeah. Besides adding, oh, we also add this HUD device, so it changed the HUD a little bit. And then this is for next stream. We're gonna set up like an island code and all that. But let's show you what it looks like in game. So it looks like I'm glitched. Alright, hold up, chat. I am currently glitched. Alright, chat, hold up. Give me a few seconds. My game is currently glitched. Alright, for whatever reason, my UEFN is glitched now. What the heck is this, bro? Sometimes, this is why sometimes I just need a break from UEFN and all that, because like sometimes the things don't save correctly, or you try to load into a game and then just somehow you fall through the map and there's literally nothing you could do, and it doesn't make any sense. So let me return to lobby real quick. Maybe talk a little bit more about what else I want to add. What up, chat? Like, Alright, now launch session. Okay. Thank you. Hope you have a good day as well. Still trying to show everyone what the map looks like and all that now with all the locations and all that. Oh, that's why I forgot to talk about too. In the sewer, we added this thing where all the locations you could see except for the sewer as of now. So the only way to see the sewer as a location that pops up is by talking to Hood Rat, quote unquote. And once you interact with him, then it will show up on your screen, as well as a little Easter egg, I guess you could say, that I'm working on, but I'm gonna work more on it and work on an animation and all that tomorrow. There's another character that's behind this, but you're not gonna be able to see him until you talk to him or something like that. I haven't figured out exactly how it's gonna work, but you basically talk to him, but you can't see him, type of thing. Excuse me. With that said, now I could actually show you what the map slash game looks like. For whatever reason, when I tried to do it before, I just fell through the map. But basically, here on the top right, you could see the mini map. For whatever reason, the timer still shows on the HUD. I tried to get rid of that, but it wouldn't let me. What I want to do is I want to put all of this stuff in the top right corner. Obviously, the map will stay where it is, and I like that circular, but we'll have the timer, how many players, and the eliminations on the very top, so it's like not as visible, I guess you could say. But pretty much, now we got what the map looks like. You know, it's very dark. I might still change the coloring of it, but I kind of like how it looks for now. But we have our ATM here. I'm gonna try to get some gold. Oh my goodness. It's not my reaction time. It wiggles back and forth, so sometimes it trips you out. Alright, so there we go. I just did it. I got 10 gold and it fell over. So that's like one of the things I first worked on. I want to say, what, 2 weeks ago at this point? Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Alright, so what else? Oh, we also added these gas tanks before. They were just not functional. So we added actual functional gas tanks as well. As of now, the only cars there are the reboot vans, and you have to buy those. So we'll add more cars at some point and make it so then, like, I know there's these cars, but you can't drive them, so I'll probably get rid of them or something like that. We'll see. But anyway, with that said, we go down to the sewer. Oh, also the map. Here's the map. Let me show you the map overall. So here's the map overall. We have the slide bank, the shop, Durburger food truck, Pump It gas station, YN pizza pit, Ghetto Park, the neighborhood, plugs, what do you call it, mechanics, and then our last but not least, wait, hold up. Actually, I know I'm kind of like all over the place right now, but let me move the city one. It's like not towards the middle. I need to move it towards the middle. I think that will look better. I'm not gonna show what it looks like now because it doesn't change it since we're already in game, but yeah, that's what it looks like. And then let's go down to the thing over here. So as soon as we talk to him or go into the little thing, as you can see now on the top right, the sewer popped up. So now if we go over there, I don't think it will work yet, but we'll see. We'll come over here. Frogman dialogue. So right now it doesn't work yet, but the next stream we'll work more on that and all that. But for now, that's gonna be all for me. Anyone who tuned in, I want to thank you all for tuning in, and hopefully we'll be done with this game by next week. I know I said that this week or the week before that. I think it was last weekend. I said like by Sunday I would be done with it, and it is currently Wednesday of next week. So yes, I'm extending it. To like be honest, this is probably like a 20+ day working on a UEFN game thing. So I know we're only on day 13, but day 14 is not going to be the finish date for all this. That's all I'm going to say. The overall storyline, I still am very shallow of how big the actual storyline is. I like what I want the storyline to be. Right now, I have bits and pieces of what the storyline is or what I want it to be. But then there's the overall storyline. You know, there's like five plus characters that I added. So if you think about it, each character has to have their own like kind of dialogue, as well as each person has to kind of link to one another in one way or another. So yeah, it's complex, but not complex if you try to have different formatting of how it works and all that. So I created like a document or a Word document or whatever of kind of like what each character says. I don't have every character, but I have a few of the characters, and then it's kind of like what they say and how it relates to the other characters and all that. And then also kind of like the functionality where if a certain character says a certain response, then it unlocks another response for a different character. But I haven't worked on the actual functionality of that in UEFN yet, in the conversation data conversation database. So that's something that I need to work on. But you know, there's a lot that still needs to be worked on. But I hope y'all find it entertaining, or at least inspiring in some way to work on a map or be so passionate about something that seems so little or maybe stupid to some people, but it's something that I enjoy putting time and effort into. You know, I used to play Fortnite like all day, and now to be able to spend less time playing and more time working on my own type of game and stuff, and in general, like working on games a little bit, it gives you a better understanding of like how much time and effort people actually put into making games, and it makes you appreciate the game more, especially when you try to make your own game. uh, you realize how little you might know, uh, based off how other games work and all that, you know, watching hundreds of videos, if not thousands of videos of how to do something and still not knowing how to do it all. Uh, just starting off small and then creating that community, or creating a team of people that not only understand what you're trying to go for, but also are able to help you with that. It definitely makes a huge difference. I don't necessarily have that, but you know, having people in the chat or having people here and there help me out, or like being like, hey, you should try this out, or you should do this, you know, it really helps. It means a lot. Anyone who gives me some advice or tells me something that could help with what I'm working on, you know, community slash team uh, input really means a lot, and it does help me. So I just want to say, you know, whatever you're going towards, just keep on going at it. Uh, a lot of people won't understand why or what you're really doing. They'll be like, you're just wasting your time, that you're not really doing anything. But the reality is that no matter what you're doing, most likely you want to do it for the rest of your life, or at least for a part of your life, and to put all your time and energy into that, and to put more time into that than anything else, and to record it or stream it and all that. I think it's very valuable, not only for you but also for your future. uh, you see all these people streaming or on social media, and they get big, and the biggest thing to actually becoming famous or like known on social media is to just stay consistent at the end of the day, like stream every day. I know I'm not the best example when it comes to creating content and to streaming and all that, but at the end of the day, it's something I like doing, but it's not something that I want to do for the rest of my life necessarily. It's not a job, I feel like, to me. I love, spending an hour to 3 hours every day live streaming, talking about uh things that I'm working on, or playing Fortnite slash working on a Fortnite map. But I want to do other things as well, and I would love to like record slash live stream that stuff as well. But there's also like a social anxiety part of me where it's like I don't know, or if I don't know if I can, like if I'm going to college, I can't be recording all the time, especially professors and all that. I don't know how they feel about people recording in their classrooms and all that. So that's something that I need to kind of like figure out as I go, like what I want to work on a little bit more. Is, I have like a website that I've been working on and all that. It's called YHPK. It's a clothing brand that I've kind of hinted at for a few years now, especially in some of my montages. You might have seen it um, kind of like come out at first or at the end of the video and all that. But it's something that I'm very passionate about, as well as, working on this map. I know that it's not like something that I am like not, but it's not that I'm disciplined to work on this map, because some days I haven't streamed, but I just have other stuff going on. There's not an excuse why I didn't stream. I definitely had time to stream for an hour or two, but I've also been trying to focus on that side of things. I want to pursue fashion, so I want to understand that more from a business perspective, but also from a making perspective. I want to like actually sew and all that. I want to learn how that works, and then also find a manufacturer and all that, and turn that into a business. As well as personally, like with this Fortnite stuff, with making the maps and stuff, I've made one or two videos related to like UEFN videos of like how to, besides making like Fortnite content of like the actual game. I want to kind of branch out um with my Fortnite content. Obviously I want to branch out and show, like I'm doing right now, doing a live stream of me playing Fortnite, working on the map, um playing with viewers, kind of branching out with Fortnite, not just playing Fortnite and making montages, which is what I was doing for several years, but I never was consistent with it. I didn't have like a thing where, oh, I'm gonna upload once a week or something like that. And it really shows with my community slash my viewer base that I never was consistent with it. So I want to find a way to put it all together and not make up an excuse for why I can't do it. So this year is really focused on just going after what I said I would. I know last year I said that as well, but really just having something to wake up to and be like, okay, I'm gonna stream for an hour or two and then I'm gonna do this and that type of thing, where for the past few years I've kind of had that structure where it's like, oh, I'm gonna do this. Like, I'll journal and say I'll do this is my schedule for the day, but then I wake up and then I'm like, the first thing I'm doing is getting on my phone and stuff. So just trying to limit my screen time, not from my phone saying like, oh, phone, lock me out of my phone type of thing, because those apps might help and all that, but like they don't change, like they help you, but if you don't self-regulate what you're doing, it's not gonna do anything really. It's like it's like going to a job or going to college and all that, and then all of a sudden you have this busy schedule. Once you go out of college or you stop working that job, you have nothing for you necessarily. Not in a bad way, but I'm saying like you don't have anything else going on outside of your job or college or whatever to have a structure. So it's like these past 2-3 years, or maybe more, I think it's 3 or 4 years, I've been kind of doing it on my own. I don't have a schedule and it's been 3-4 years. I know that sounds bad, but most people's schedule is based off going somewhere every single day, and it's not on them to do it. You get what I'm saying? So just like that's been my whole thing, kind of, is like building myself up with this schedule kind of some sorts, and kind of figuring out a little bit more of what I want to do versus what I need to do type of thing. Obviously, I would love to play Fortnite all day, but that's not realistic with where I'm at, you know. I'm 19 playing Fortnite, live streaming for 3 hours. Could I be doing better things? Maybe, but I know it's something that I'm passionate about, and it's something that in the near future, maybe I can make money from it, especially with how close I am with monetization and all that. So it's something that I want to really focus on, is just streaming, creating content once a week or so, shorts maybe every day and all that. Um, I kind of have different lists, like I said, a schedule of what I want my life to be, what I want to do, but it starts right now with what I'm doing now. So I hope these streams are really helping someone in some way, uh, be inspired to work on not only just Fortnite maps or playing Fortnite, but something bigger than just the internet and what everyone else is doing. But that's how I'm gonna end the stream. Hope y'all enjoyed. I know I haven't talked really much outside of the Fortnite and all that, but kind of just wanted to get it out, all out there, you know, live on stream, kind of talking about what I want to go towards, and not just make it seem like I'm just doing it to do it. Like, that's actually what I want to go towards. So hope y'all enjoyed. See y'all in the next one.